It's Ethan. Welcome back to another That Was Then. This is Friday, where we were still continuing Hey Hey, We're the Monkees. So, this episode will start off with a Mick Dolenz quote. No Time started out as a jam. Then Mike and I went into the control booth and wrote the lyrics. Hover Reber Sabasoven is Bill Cosby. Running from the rising heat to find a place to hide is about police and marijuana. And Andy, You're a Dandy, and You Don't Seem to Make No Sense is about Andy Warhol. I don't know who Andy Warhol is. I've heard the name before. Don't get mad at me. I don't know. I'm sorry. So here's one about No Time also, but from Peter. No Time was in a Chuck Berry style. We assigned the writing credit to Hank Sicalo, who got into trouble because engineers were not supposed to solicit songs, which is what RCA thought he had done. We had to explain to them that it was a tip. He bought a house with the money. Here's Mickey. I remember once in New York, we pulled away from a hotel, and the police and the guards hadn't been able to keep the kids away from the limo. A couple of them grabbed onto the back and hung onto the antenna or the roof, and the driver was told to take off. Oh my god. He's in the front, and the window between us and him is up, and he's going 30 miles an hour down 5th Avenue, and these kids are hanging on to the back of the car going, "No, wait, stop." We didn't know what to do. He took a corner at 30 miles an hour, and these two kids just bounced off. They got up and were okay. We had a great story to tell. It got kind of scary at times. What? Wow. Oh my god. I knew kids back then were like all about, and I'd probably do the same thing, but like, god dang. Oh, I love this picture. I have it. It's such a cute picture. Here's Davy. I was performing a song from Oliver on the Ed Sullivan Show when the Beatles made their American debut. I saw this amazing reaction, and I thought, I want a bit of this. This is good. I remember getting into the lift with Ringo Starr. I was always a cheeky little guy. He had a cold at the time, and I remember saying, let me blow your nose for you. I'm closer than you are. Ringo said, I know. And this picture just goes just so well with him saying that he was a cheeky little boy. So this is Peter. I was protecting myself by not becoming too involved, because I always feared that what I wanted would be taken away from me, so I didn't dare want anything. When Mickey said you can't go back in the studio, that was the end for me, and any hopes of having a real live group, which is what I wanted at the time. At that point, I had it. I was utterly disappointed, so when I had the chance, I quit. This is Davy, speaking about Mike. Mike Nesmith walked in for his audition. He had a bag of laundry over his shoulder. He had his pants tucked into his boots, which came up to about his knees. He had his wool hat on, even though it was the middle of summer. I thought, this guy has just come out of the mountains. What's going on here? So he came in and said, I don't have much time. How long is this going to take? And I thought, oh, we got a rare one here. He was on Cole Pick's Records. That's why he was brought in. He never sat down. He just stood there. He was going to do his laundry. It's a Peter page. Ah, love it. So naturally, here's a Peter quote. The weight and speed and the gush of the attention is inhuman. It is beyond the capacity of anybody to absorb. It's one thing for a banker to work his way up to the point where he's making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. It's another thing to make $1.5 million in 2 years after having lived on a $50 a week. Here's Davy. I believe 30 years from now, they'll still be showing the Monkees as they did the Marx Brothers and Dead End Kids and the Bowery Boys and the Three Stooges, and I'm not joking. I really think they will be. Which is very true. Love it. Here's Davy again. We used to fight like brothers. Peter decked me once. I had 7 stitches put in my eye. I came back and gave him the bill. That's when it only cost $75 to have that done. But all in all, I think I'd do anything for any one of them. I'd do anything I had to help in any way I could. Because once you've bonded and you've had this thing such as the Monkees, to me, a friend is a friend for life. But this was more. This was finding 3 brothers I never had. That's everything. We're gonna end this one with Peter. There's still a little bit of the book to go, so we're gonna end this one with Peter. In Australia, there was an extraordinarily cute fan climbing a tree outside my hotel window, and just like that, I already know Peter is enticed by this woman. I was really quite fetched with her. Did I call it? I called it. She really loved me. I was the one. And we were leaving. We all got into the limo, and we started to drive away, and she started to run after us. And the other guys were saying, pick her up, go ahead, take her to the airport. And I couldn't do it. I just waved goodbye, and she went, ah. I kind of wish I had. There was really something special there. Okay, sorry, we're going to end it with the Davy pick. So, thank you guys so much. I hope you had a great week, and that was then. This is Friday. See you guys next Friday.